Hello and welcome everyone to Glory Roll, Geeks of Glory's take on Dungeons & Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master Rillian, who will be guiding this misguided group of adventurers through our world. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to press on with our story, but first, a round of introductions. I can't say to my left, because we're all over the place digitally at this point, but playing his character, Urist, Dak Vagush, we have Epitaph. Playing Ronan, we have Temeraire. Playing Emric Sidar, we have Pemmel.
Hello.
Why are you laughing at me? And playing
It's pronounced cedar.
It's not. Not.
Waiting, children. Waiting. And playing your character, Mistral, we have Arini. Just children. That's all I've got to deal with here. All right, so since it's been a week, last thing that was going on was you guys had encountered some strange, twisted, misfigured humanoids, along with a couple of what we term dog-like creatures that you engaged in combat with. Having won, you decided to scoop up some of the remains of one of the dog-like creatures and haul one of the bodies off with you, and have left the town of Rivermore, heading back in the direction you came from, leaving this all too quiet town behind you. That's where we pick up. What do you do now?
How far have we made it? Is it like right
You
when
are
we're
leaving town.
okay? Well, nothing.
Isn't really much of a town anymore.
We would have put the bagged individual in the back.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to want to put it across the top of the horse. I mean,
I don't know. Just clarifying, like.
I would have carried it on my shoulder.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You get to make a constitution check every quarter mile? No.
No.
I'm joking. Okay. Let's see if you guys have any fun along the way.
It's a couple days journey, right?
Yep.
So could we stop at the sanctuary to crash for the night?
I suppose you could.
Yeah, where we met Ruin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you guys make your way there and find the campground much as you had before. It still looks like a place that merchants stop every once in a while. But otherwise, just a little clearing off the side of the road.
Yeah, okay, we'll make camp then. How is it like camping hours, you know? Is it late in the day or?
This one was a little bit closer to town.
Yeah.
So you guys are stopping a little bit earlier than what you could go a little bit further, but there's a good camping spot here, so it wouldn't be abnormal to say that you stopped there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we could.
What's that?
I was asking if there are any bears looking for any baskets containing edible items.
We should probably keep watch, even though this is supposed to be a protected area or something. You know, probably not a bad idea.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay. Order of watches.
I'll go first.
I will go after Pemmel.
Guess I'll take the next one.
And I will rest on my laurels.
Where did your accent go?
Thank you.
It'd be falling off when I get tired.
Drink more coffee.
His accent only comes when he drinks.
And with a dwarf, that means it happens most of the time, but
He seems sober and there's no accent. You're like, what the fuck?
There's a shortage of dwarf.
yeah, somebody went to the store and bought up all the dwarf accents, so we're out this week.
Alright, listen, I went to Costco and they didn't have anything.
Freaking hoarders.
Don't panic buy beer, folks. It's very bad. Very bad.
Don't panic by your accents all at one time. They go bad after a week.
Yeah, they start turning Jamaican.
Company I get them from always turns Australian. I don't get it, but anyway. So the night passes uneventfully. I already rolled for it, and yeah, night passes.
Can I just talk about what I was doing during my watch?
Sure.
So I haven't really had a chance to investigate my powers yet, or this new thing that happened to me during the previous skirmish.
Yeah, and this would be the first rest afterwards, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So I want to take out the jade frog that I got from Ruin, because I thought I heard a ribbit or a I don't know what other noise a frog makes. So I just want to examine it more, boop the nose like I remember Ruin did. Kind of look at the ruins on the frog a little more, examine it,
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh boy. 6.
Your mic's muted. What are you apologizing for? Anyway, you don't really see anything about it out of the ordinary. It's a jade statue of a frog. See if I can find the description, because I think it's actually in this book. If I can remember where I picked it up from. It's got like gold eyes, if I recall, too. But whatever, we'll go with that until I can find it at some other point. And now it's got runes carved into it. And that's what Rune had apparently done to it.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it seems perfectly normal.
Okay, I want to try to recreate the thing that happened where I hit my hammer on something and fire came out of it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
While everyone
Find
is sleeping.
Yeah. Just like, go over to a old dead tree or something close by that I can swing my hammer at.
Okay.
See what happens. Try to recreate what I did before,
Okay. Roll to attack.
Okay.
With advantage, it's a stationary target.
21.
Okay. I'd say you could hit a tree with that.
Okay.
Would have left if you missed.
Yeah, I know, 2 natural ones or something like that.
I set a really low AC, so he would have had to do something like that to to miss, but I wanted to see there's the possibility you whiff this. Okay, roll me damage.
11.
Okay. This old rotten tree that you find just kind of obliterates under the blow of your your hammer. It was apparently very rotten and probably ant-eaten. You hit the side of it and the whole thing just collapses. And you have an additional spell slot for that, or is it a cantrip? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Basically,
Okay.
I cast it when I make the attack.
Okay. So yeah, coming off the end of it is that same jade flame. And you almost do think you hear from your pocket again. Ribbit.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So the next thing I want to try to do
And the rest of
is
the party wakes up from the noise.
what's that?
Oh, what's that ribbiting noise? Sounds like a frog around here.
No, I meant from the tree falling.
I heard a distinct ribbit.
Uh-huh.
Ronan, you're a frog.
Ronan hungry.
Run at one smash.
Okay. Well, I don't remember if I. Oh boy. All right, these other things I can't really do like outside of combat, so, or at least not yet. I'm trying to keep it, to make sense in the story.
Yep, I got you.
I'll tell you if you want. I'll tell you my other spells that I learned when I went to level 3. Shield. So my first level spells are absorb elements, which basically like I become resistant to an element, and then my next attack, when I do it, adds like additional damage. It's a reaction. I have shield, which is also a reaction. It, just throws up the shield. And then find familiar is the one that I want to try to do eventually, but I don't know yet. I'm hoping. I don't know how that's gonna happen.
I guess we'll see.
And then my other cantrip is frostbite, which is like a ranged
Okay.
thing. So
Find familiar, I believe, is a ritual, so that's not a. That's a
yeah,
little bit different.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
When it makes sense to do it.
Sounds good. You doing anything else during your watch?
No.
Okay. Ronan.
Ronan takes next watch.
Yep. Just wondering if you're doing anything during that watch.
No.
Okay. Mistral. Okay. And Urus is just snoring through the whole thing.
I'm braiding Urist's hair.
Fair enough.
Putting more posts in places he can't see.
Let's say a sleight of hand check for this. And Urus, give me a opposing perception check. I'd say you're at disadvantage though because you're sound asleep.
19.
Well, you might have rolled 19. I'm sorry to tell you, but even with disadvantage, I got a 5.
You got a 5? Is that what you said? Hold down the push to talk button a little bit longer next time. You cut yourself off, but that's.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I got a 5.
I'm sorry. He wakes right up, stares right at you, and you realize he's still sound asleep as he slumps back over. You successfully braid his hair and his beard. Extra bows are added. It's all a good time. It's good.
He wakes up and has armpit hair braided.
Ooh, that probably hurt.
Hey, if you want to go like in those dark, dirty places, be my guest.
Nope.
One of these days you're going to wake up just clean shaven. You know that's where this is going. Alrighty. Ready for the next day's adventure? Alright, hitting the road again. And nothing. So you have to camp one more time. This spot's another little nondescript place along the side of the road. This is not previously taken. You have another uneventful night unless one of you wants to do something during your watches.
We have long rest, right?
Yes.
So we're healed.
Yes.
That is what I want to do.
This would be your second successful long rest since you hit the road.
Question.
Yes.
Ingredients I use to make things, would I be able to find out in the woods here?
I would say probably not in woods you're unfamiliar with, not easily.
Huh.
It would take quite a while.
Okay.
The only thing I want to do before we took watches and rests and everything was check the bag. I don't want to open the bag or anything, but you know, see if I can maybe, I don't know if I want to smell it, but you know, just see if anything is weird about it.
Okay, give me a perception. Or investigate.
Natural 1, so no.
What bag?
Can you look? Yeah, alright. It's still there, right?
What bag?
Okay. Good, that's fine with me. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, you
Which did.
I picture this as one of those moments where, you know, you walk into a room to do something, and then you forget why you walked into the room. So you walk to the back of the cart to look at it, and then forgot why you came to the back of the cart. It's nagging in the back of your mind, but you can't remember why you're standing there.
Happens all the time.
That's how I picture a fail on this going. Just
Yeah.
What it is the greater being that's playing The Sims with him just clicked the little thought bubble and canceled it before he got there.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's like one of those, it's like having a song stuck in your head, but you can't remember who it's by.
Yep. Alrighty. Anybody else wanting to do anything? Okay. This will be your last day on the road. You should be arriving back at Fallow's Watch uneventfully. Welcome back to Fallow's Watch. It's starting on to evening. So at this point, what do you want to do?
Starting on to evening?
Yes.
Go to the guards place.
Yeah.
Go to the guards.
Can I check the quest glass and see, just look at it again?
Sure. I mean, no, absolutely not. You have no eyeballs anymore.
Well, like, I don't know, is there anything different about it since we like went there and whatnot?
And whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaving trying to be very vague in hopes that you will just tell me something.
No, see, what you do at this point is you tell me what you do with it, and I tell you the results.
Yeah.
You're trying to leave it open for DM leading, and I'm not going to do that.
All right. Then I don't know what to do. So I'll just look at it and make sure it still works.
Yeah, but it's still glass. It's still in one piece.
Yeah,
It's good.
there doesn't
Alright.
seem to be any changes with it.
Okay, that's fine. That's good.
Okay, so guard place.
Okay. You guys walk in, same place you've been to before. There's a guard sitting behind the counter.
Hi, friend.
Is that literally how you greet him?
Well, hello there.
Did we carry the body in with us, or did we leave it out in the cart?
I don't know. Did you carry the body in with you, or did you leave it out in the cart?
I'm asking the party.
How stinky is it?
I would leave it
Has it
out in the
begun-
cart.
Has it begun to leak?
Give me an investigation check.
I think I would be able to tell if it's leaking or not without an investigation check.
Really, it's the level of detail that I'm going to give you that you're rolling for.
In any case, 17.
Okay. Are you the only one checking, or is somebody else checking as well? Okay.
Looks like
I'll
Ronan's checking too.
14.
17, 14, and Emmerich, were you checking?
Yeah, I was going to.
If it's a 1, it's a 1, dude.
17.
Okay. 14, 17, 17. You do catch a slight smell coming off of it, but most of it seems to be sealed inside. What you do notice is the bag appears to have inflated.
That's probably not good.
Well, at least it's still sealed. Otherwise, the air would have escaped.
So, do we want to leave it out here then for now?
The bloated corpse? Yes.
I'll take that as a no.
She said yes. Leave it out here.
Oh, okay.
Can you not hear them again?
I mean, they're in and out a little bit, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. Well, if I ever, leave the call first, it's only because it seems to work better when I do that and then call back in. So.
Fair enough. So you guys are leaving that outside and heading in?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, guard sitting behind the counter. Seems to be working on some kind of paperwork.
Hi, friend.
Hello? How can I help you?
Very stoic, this one. We were sent on a quest to check out going.
Your mic's cutting in and out.
My headset is dying. That's why I said don't use it. We were sent on a quest to check out the neighboring villages and see what the going-ons have been since no one has heard from them in some time. And we have a little bit of news that we'd like to check in with. Can we just speak to your supervisor?
He holds out his hand.
I'm gonna show.
I'm gonna put my hand in it.
Your quest glass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the quest class.
He takes it, puts it down on a spot in the table that almost seems made for it, looks at it. Oi, I'll be right back. And he goes into the back. A couple minutes later, out comes the same red-robed individual that you saw before. I see you're back.
That we
Yep.
are.
Well, what news?
So the town is creepily empty. Not a soul in it. Not a critter. Not a mouse.
What are you telling me here?
It's empty. It is ghost town.
Well, it's almost like everyone up and left all at once, and even the birds and the dogs and the bees and the flies and the butterflies, which are different than regular flies.
I am aware of this.
Everything's gone.
The whole town?
Yes.
The buildings, the structures are still there, but everyone in it, every living thing, it seemed, was no longer anywhere near the town.
Town was deserted.
Is it some kind of plague? Somebody drive them off?
Well, see, that's the thing. It looks like people left in a hurry. Looks like they headed east. And when we followed the tracks, we came across abominations.
Abominations.
Disfigured and almost stitched together beings. In fact, we bought one back. We killed some and we bought one back.
Sure.
No, Shore wasn't with them.
If you don't believe me, we can go right out into our wagon and I can show you what we brought back.
Let's go then.
I think you should be taking this a little bit more seriously than you are.
I think you're the ones not taking it seriously, making these kind of jokes. A town that just disappears, stitched together abominations. What are you talking? Some kind of devil worship out there or something?
I don't know, but these things are not to be messed with. And they, something you should know before we go poking the bag that could be, could hold some sort of contagion, is that it could hold some sort of contagion. When we were hitting them, spores seemed to be coming off of them when we were defending ourselves, rather.
So, you're telling me you have some kind of body outside that I can't see because it might be contagious?
Well, you could see it, but it might be contagious. I'm just warning.
If you want to open it up, feel free to. You might need to pop it, though.
Might need to what? I didn't hear you.
You might need to pop it with a sort of inflated bag popping device, a sword or a mace.
Perhaps we can. Do you guys have some sort of coroner or examination room in this watchtower, in this guard outpost?
Not at this one. We've got something back at headquarters we could probably use.
Well, I suggest that we bring this thing there and open it in a clean room.
He takes out a pocket watch and looks at it. Headquarters will be closed by the time you can get there. Let's meet again in the morning, and I'll meet you there.
This creature's already 2 days bloated. I don't know if it will last another day.
Well, I don't know where we can put it until then.
We can't just go with you and do it?
I'll make some calls. I don't know. I don't have the authority to open it up at this point.
Okay, make the call.
He passes across a card with an address on it. Head here. I'll meet you there if I can. If not, I guess just leave the cart and we'll deal with it in the morning.
Okay, awesome. Great work.
All right, so he heads off back into the back, kind of huffy at this point.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the wagon, kind of huffy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go to the. Do we get our quest glass back, or did
Yes.
we keep it? Okay.
Sorry, he handed it back to you. The first guy.
I'm gonna try talking to the quest glass and say, where are the headquarters?
It doesn't respond.
Okay. Well, then we'll use the address he gave us and find the headquarters.
Okay. Yeah, he gave you another little thing that gives you directions to the headquarters.
Okay.
It's not a quest glass, it's not enchanted or anything like that, but between that and you guys having spent some time in the city, asking a few people along the way type thing, you can get there. It's not that hard.
Okay.
I'm not going to role play an entire trip across town. But eventually you make it to their headquarters or their head barracks. And the building does seem dark at this point. Mostly dark. There's a few lights on here and there, probably whatever night shift is on.
Pound on door. Oh wait, is it open?
Nope.
Pound on door.
No response.
Is there a doorbell?
Is there a buzzer?
There's a little rope hanging there. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Then from around the corner, hey! There you see the guy with the red rope again. Loading dock! Around back!
Okay.
Deliveries in the rear.
We'll go to the back then.
Yep. So he and another guy meet you there as the door, they roll the door open. It's actually another dwarf. Dressed in a white lab coat. His beard very neatly done.
No dwarf of mine.
His hair pulled back, tied. He's wearing like lab goggles and a respirator as well.
Alright, I guess me and Urist will carry the bag in.
Between the four of you guys at this point, these two guys are there to help grab corners as well.
Okay. Well, show us
Stay
the
my
way then.
distance.
Okay. So you guys start carting it inside, and this thing, as you pick it up, you realize that the whole thing is tight. The whole bag is swollen tight. And as you pick it up, it starts to kind of slosh.
Okay.
As soon as you start picking it up, the dwarf and this human that you've been dealing with kind of look at each other and just go.
It's gonna be good.
And they carry it inside.
Careful, very careful.
Yep. Between the four of you, you managed to get it up and on an inspection gurney.
Okay, I want to close any doors or, like, seal this room off type of thing.
The dwarf. Get out. My lab.
Is there like a waiting / watching room?
Yeah, there's glass windows around that you can step outside of and watch.
Are they dwarf height?
For the morbidly curious.
Okay. Well, I want to tell him. You said he had a respirator on or something?
Yeah. Well, he was
Okay.
meeting you guys outside, so yes.
Oh, well, when we get inside and if he takes it off, I want to tell him I think you should leave the respirator on.
I know my business.
I understand, and I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but let me just inform you that when we were hitting these things while we were defending ourselves, black spores was coming off of it. So who knows what could have happened as it decomposed.
Understood. I've been told the body is infected. I will take all necessary precautions. Now get out of my lab. I heard that.
I'll get out, and I want to go to the whatever window gives me the best view.
You see him set up some kind of containment around the thing, draping canvases and stuff down, and sets up some kind of vacuum tube that connects to the wall.
Okay.
Is he gonna vomit or get rid of it?
I guess you'll have to watch and see. There's a couple little holes he's able to stick his hands through into what looks like gloves on the far side as he starts opening up the bag on the inside. There's some clear pieces that are clearly meant to be, observation areas. And you suddenly see, as he starts opening up the bag, the entire area that he's canvassed off suddenly fill with the black spores that you guys had seen before. Just suddenly. You see him jump back a little bit. I think we may have lost Bell. Oh, there he is.
Just for the image in my head, does he have it in like a glove box basically?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, he's working with it in a sealed area.
Okay.
The vacuum that he was taking was to draw air out of the canvassed off area.
Okay.
But as soon as it poofs like that, you see him take his hands out, run over the wall, and hit a button.
Good.
Do the gloves pop back out like a little balloon?
No, you hear the vacuum contraption start whirring up even faster.
Oh no.
And you hear metal scraping against metal as doors start closing off even the area you're in.
What's going on? I say to the captain.
I'm not sure. I've never seen anything like this. You see the dwarf grab another one of those speaker-like devices that you saw at the guard shack before. And he speaks into it a little bit and then puts it back up. Then you hear his voice start echoing around the room. Level 1, contamination protocols in effect. Seal off the building. Level 1, contamination protocols in effect. Seal off the building.
Wonderful. Are we stuck here now?
Yeah, about then the doors finish sliding closed.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
So are you saying our characters are quarantined?
Well, we're contaminated.
Dwarf comes up to the window that you guys are standing at. And it looks like he's talking to you, and then walks closer to the window and apparently hits some kind of button or something. Sorry, always forget to flip that switch. I am not sure what this is or how far it just spread, but clearly, and he looks back at the canvas area, that would not be good to release to the general public. I've sealed off the entire building until I can be sure just how far it spread. Contamination team should be doing a sweep and clearing different areas. Unfortunately, these will be the last two areas swept, as they are the source. So,
where does the vacuum go?
Into a filter.
Okay.
Nothing's getting through that.
Okay.
What I've done is increase the speed of the vacuum so that it's less likely for any of this to go any place but through that filter.
Okay. Will you be able to keep some of it so that you can examine it, or
I can examine the filters if I really need.
Okay. Does this look familiar? Have you seen anything like this before?
I haven't really gotten a chance to even look at it yet. I opened the bag and that happened.
Okay.
I barely even cracked the seal on it at all. So,
Yeah.
while we're stuck here, I might as well keep poking around. Just thought I'd update you.
Okay.
Might as well get comfy. It's gonna be a bit. He
Prop
clicks
my
it.
axe up against the wall, and I lean against it.
He goes back over and sticks his hands back in the gloves and starts messing around again. Well, this could have gone better.
Take
That's
some
what-
cheese out of my beard to snack on. Listen, cheese keeps well.
That's pretty gross. I'm trying to draw an interpretation of what we saw, assuming that if the body was, it's probably not going to be recognizable at all.
Your sensitivity's too low.
No, my sensitivity is extremely high. My microphone
Yeah, we
is
need
not
to get
working.
I know. I don't even have one. Thus, cabling. Anyway,
I am going to attempt to draw a picture of what we saw when they were not dead.
okay.
Okay. So I can. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything groundbreaking during this time, or just relaxing?
Well, I'm not relaxing. I'm watching the dwarf. The smart one.
I was about to say.
You're making some
Share my-
assumptions here.
And then I'm gonna remember the vial that we have. And take whoever has that.
You do.
I do. Okay, take it out. Is there anything weird with it? You know, has the color gone? Has it changed consistency or anything like that?
You notice as you start trying to tip it that it almost appears to have either gelled or solidified.
Okay.
Ew.
I want to take like the glass part of it and kind of like lightly, softly, tink, tink, tink on the glass of the lab. Try to get the attention of the dwarf.
You can see him pull his gloves out, kind of, or his hands out of the gloves, kind of turn around.
Hold up the vial and tell, like, gesture him to come here and hold it up.
He comes over.
The button, hit the button. What's this?
What?
I remembered that we also have this vial of what was black slime that also came from one of the creatures.
It wasn't black.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was actually kind of a pinkish. The green was the flame that he shot out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I just assumed that it was black because the spores were black, but okay. Well, the slime that came from one of the creatures. and it may be
A little drawer pops out of the wall.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
He's pulling back on the handle. It pops back into his side. He pulls it out. Fine. Quit interrupting.
Do you think?
He takes that over to a glass box, puts it in one side, and then goes over to another set of gloves and starts working in there.
Anything happen when he starts messing with that?
Great question.
Okay.
Suddenly you see him jump back, runs over, starts looking at the window again. What the hell is that?
I don't know. Well, I told you it came off of one of the creatures that we...
It's still alive!
Excuse me?
It's alive! It's crawling all over my containment box right now!
Okay.
What did you bring in here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
While I'm still sitting on the floor, I'll nudge the captain with my arm. And I see that.
We're gonna have to firebomb this whole freaking place. This time he leaves the speaker on so you can hear him the entire time, like cussing all the way over to the box.
So they're like flubber?
You can't see it based on where it's at in the room. He's just... You can see him
Evil
over
flubber.
to the box. What's that?
It's evil flubber.
Yeah.
I would have tried going around to different windows. He said, I don't know if there were other windows, other viewing windows, but I kind of would have walked around and checked all of them to see if there's any different vantage points. But
Yeah, you finally get around to one where you can kind of see in. Give me a perception check.
gosh, I'm using a different dice. Hold on. Well, I'm keep the roll.
Yeah,
but-
you get that roll for this one, but
Yep. So that's a 6.
a 6?
Yeah.
The way he's ducking and weaving around, you can't really see what's going on in there.
Okay. I will call out to everyone else and let them know that you can see a little bit more from this angle if you're interested.
I'll shuffle on over.
Okay, anybody else that wants to look, give me a perception check as well.
Nope.
First, got 18.
I got a natural 1. I don't care.
9.
9? Okay, you don't see anything else of interest either. Urus, as you get over there, there's what looks like a kind of spider creature moving around in the box. Fairly big, but...
So wait, this is the pink stuff that
Yes.
was in the vial? Is it very large?
It's maybe about that big.
It's bigger than the vial, right? It's expanded inside.
Is it like a face hugger?
It just appears to be a little... again, like a toddler put it together, but a kind of spiderish looking thing.
Now, so when you say pink, do you mean like it's like pink, like flower pink, or like pink, like fleshy pink?
Like fleshy.
Epitaph, if you need, or Aurelian, I found this recently, my 96 crayon colors from Crayola. So whatever color pink you need, I mean, maybe is it, oh, that's orange.
It's stocked up properly for the quarantine, huh?
There's a few different colors mixed in here. I was just generalizing to a pinkish.
Okay.
Why does it seem like you've been waiting for this moment?
Well, I found the crayons recently, and I'm gonna start coloring during my quarantining, but I haven't had a chance to yet. But we were talking about color, so I don't know.
Yep. Works for me. All right. Well, we're about 50 minutes into this one, so I think we're going to take a quick pause because our dog apparently needs a walk for one. So it's a good time to break, and we'll be back with part 2 right after this break.
Bye.
Welcome back. We've taken our break, Defeating Geekling, and we're going to continue on. So something that came up during the break is I realized that I may not have been describing... I'm getting a lot of echo of my own voice here. Oh, it was Serenity's mic. Okay. I may not have been describing the best the types of creatures that you have been seeing. Now, there really have been 2 variants. One of which is the kind that I've described to you as like a toddler looks like it put it together. You know, something that didn't quite know how this thing went together. You've seen some humanoid variants of that with extra fingers and things like that. You've seen the dog-like creatures that could have been a number of things. And then you've seen a variant that has been infected with something. And that's the kind that you brought back. The best example of this that I could think of off the top of my head is the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The one with the cursed sailors aboard the Flying Dutchman that have been overgrown by sea life, the coral and stuff. Picture that, but instead of coral and sea life and things like that, it's fungus and, you know, mushroom type things. That's what you brought back. What's that?
Like The Last of Us.
Possibly. I haven't seen enough of that to describe.
Yeah, I think that actually is a good way to describe it.
So it has misshapen these things based on the fact that it's been growing through them. And then fungal pods and things like that have formed off of them.
And is it those pods that are spewing the spores?
It seems to be. It's hard to tell because the ones that you've encountered, almost their entire body has been taken over with this. It still has the basic shape of a humanoid because that's the like bone structure and stuff that's there. But at the same time, a lot of that outline has been taken over because of this growth.
Okay.
That do a little better job of explaining that for everybody? I hope.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think of the Rick and Morty episode where they turn into the whatever it was, like praying mantises or something.
Cronenberg episode.
Yeah. That's kind of what I always had in my head, but I get what you're saying now.
All right. So yeah, that's where we're sitting with that. Okay. When we left off, there was a spider-like thing, and this is one of those, it looks like a toddler put it together type, crawling around in this containment box, and I believe only Urist actually saw it.
Did you point it out to us?
That's
No,
a
it
little
looks ugly.
metagaming to be asking him stuff like that.
All right, that's fair.
Hey, did you tell me about the thing that you saw that I don't know that you told me if you saw?
I nudge Emmerich and I say, "Oh, you see that in there?"
I don't know if I can. I probably can't see it.
You see a dwarf dancing around.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad that nothing happened like while we had it, I guess. This could have been a lot worse probably if it exploded, you know, in the town or on our way or something. So I think we did a great job.
But yeah, that's a good start, definitely. Irini's trying to draw what she thinks she saw. She's got a good start to it. Okay, sorry.
If you want, I'll color it with my crayons afterwards.
There you go. There you go.
Save them for next time.
Somebody was prepared for the quarantine. Okay. So, what are you guys doing at this point?
I want to go up to the captain. So what's our next action?
We wait until the quarantine's been lifted.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay. Is there well, after that then can we start prepping somehow, for what's next?
What is next in a case like this?
I don't know. All right.
Honestly, I think this is a little beyond us. But that's not my call to make. I'll have to pass it up to my captain.
Captain, my captain.
Do you have specialists, in medicine or arcana?
Not really. Not here. I'm a simple inspector. I don't know. I run a small team. But I deal mostly with the underground here, not this level of stuff. This is big city stuff. Honestly, if I thought it was magical, sure, we'd maybe call in the enchanters and ask for their help. If it's more medicine based, maybe the scions, but I don't know.
And they're in town?
No.
Oh. Do we have to go back to crap, what's it called? Ferentia?
Ferentia? No, neither of them have a stronghold there. Ferentia's done a good job of keeping both of them out of there.
Okay. Oh, we would have to go north or south.
We can send riders. Point is, let's let the doctor here finish his examination and he can tell us maybe a little bit more about what we're dealing with.
Okay.
And then we might know which to call upon. I hate calling upon either. But, again, that'll be more for my captain to decide, not me.
Understood.
So, some time goes by, and at one point, you see the doctor wander back over to the window that you guys were at before, and he starts making gestures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kind of starts squinting at the window, then turns around and stares at you guys. Comes over, hits the button. You moved on me.
No, we're trying to get a different vantage point.
Fine. Either way, I can't catch the little bugger. I can't get it back in the bottle to save my life. Either way, we'll just have to kill it in there and hope that's the end of it. Flood the chamber with acid or something. I don't know. Either way, this whole thing seems to be biological in nature. I don't think there's any magic involved. So, what do you think we should do, Doc? Honestly, burn it all.
Is that possible?
We're talking towns. Not just one town. We're talking town.
Right. And what do you propose?
We'll try to find the source of it. This is probably a good start.
I mean, if you want to go traipsing back out there and find the source of it. Were any of you exposed to this stuff?
I mean, we were all in combat with the creatures.
Well, I might suggest you go get yourself checked out after this lockdown's over.
And where would we do that?
Head to the hospital.
Should we only go to the hospital if we're asymptomatic? Or if we're not asymptomatic?
I'd just go get yourself checked out.
Okay.
Quit metagaming. Anyway.
Just, you said, this is backtracking a little bit.
Sure.
If magic is involved, we would go talk to the enchantresses?
Enchanters.
Enchanters. And if it was medicine, we would go to the
You said the scions.
scions. Okay, so
Scions.
okay. I'm trying to keep notes. I'm not great at it, but I'm trying.
Honestly, I think you're doing probably the best at keeping notes at this point. And that's because somebody's sitting on my hands. I can't. Makes it hard to take notes.
Yeah, likely excuse.
You want to hold them next session? Anyway.
So is there really nothing for us to do then while we wait for this quarantine to run its course?
Unless you want to go in there and give Doc a hand.
Don't think he would like that very much.
I didn't say it was a good option.
Well, then I guess we'll just have to be patient until it's over.
I suppose so. It's not too long after this that you hear metal on metal scraping, and one of the doors that goes further into the building starts opening. And you see some guys come in what look like kind of hazmat suits.
Okay, so I drew a picture, and he posted of a disfigured man thing.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Spores and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I have pictured in my head.
Remember, if you double click on Irini's box thing, you can her webcam. You can
Zoom?
make it bigger.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Okay.
Very fast.
She can take a picture of it too and send it to our editor to put up for everybody to see.
You can always print screen. Or that. I can take a picture. It's fine.
Anyway, so like I said, these guys in hazmat suits come in and start poking around. Looks like they're taking air samples and stuff. They come up to the guy that has the red rope. And, room's clear, sir. You're all free to go.
Thank you, sir. Fine job.
How long has it been since we've been quarantined in the room? Like hours, days?
Hours. Probably a couple hours.
So it's middle of the night?
It's, at this point, it's evening. It would be a reasonable time for you to be going to sleep.
Okay.
Well,
You're a little late for dinner, but...
Well, we gotta go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be open 24 hours a day, right? I don't think we should be, if any of us are, exposed or contaminated, we don't want to, spread that any more than we have to.
You know, when I designed this part of the campaign, this wasn't supposed to be like a moral lesson thing, so you don't need to be playing that up so much.
Do we know where the hospital is?
Not specifically. No, you guys haven't spent a lot of time in this town, so.
Well, weren't we? We had gone there once trying to bring the plagued guy.
You started heading that direction. You came out and inquired for directions, got kind of pointed in the right direction, and then you got stopped by guards that took the body from you.
Fair enough. Does this look like maybe that's what this is?
What do you mean?
Like the things that we were fighting? Does it look like they were sufferers of the black lung?
No. This looks different. The last, or the thing that attacked you that had black lung looked very... Yeah, that was about the sound it was making. It still looked very much human, but it looked shriveled almost.
Okay.
It didn't have the fungal growth off of it. We have the thinking baby here.
Anyway. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, asking around, you guys can find it pretty easily. You said, did you know where it was? Not exactly, but asking around, you can find your way there pretty quickly. Okay, so you guys arrive at the hospital.
When we go in, I want to kind of play it cool and, see if we can't get just a checkup, of our lungs and vitals. Maybe we went outside for a little bit without our respirators on or something, or it malfunctioned. So we're just double checking, our vitals. We don't have to tell them about the whole thing that's going on.
Okay. Whoops. We lost pacifier. I hope that's okay. He's trying to eat my face.
How would they even test for something that they don't... Just a thought.
Well, I imagine, especially based on what I told them, they might just, do like the stethoscope, have us breathe deeply, and check our blood pressure or something. I don't know.
Okay, so you get up to the reception counter there type thing, and oh boy, there we go. Right after I put the rag down, that's when you do it. What's that? Yep, I had it. Just after I put it down, he decided to finally spit up. Anyway, so the receptionist type there tells you that, well, examinations are usually done during the day. You're coming in the evening. It's not really the time we do it. As she starts directing you away, though, one of the nurses comes up and... Are you worried you were exposed to something you shouldn't have been?
Yeah, you could say that.
All right. Losing the pacifier was apparently a bad thing. Over the head. No, I got one. Get the blue one. Thank you. I'll do a quick check on you.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we want.
She just pulls out a stethoscope and starts listening. Any shortness of breath? coughing.
DM question. Have we had any of that?
You have maybe noticed a little bit.
Me specifically, okay.
Yes.
A little bit, but that's mostly during, exercising, strenuous exercising or working.
Do you have
Maybe
history of asthma?
No.
Any other breathing
your
problems?
family?
Not usually, no.
Any of the rest of you?
Is it a problem if you choose to not breathe?
For most people, yes. She listens for a little bit longer at your lungs and checks out the rest of you. Most of you are fine. You make sure you keep that mask on for the next few days.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've either got a small cold coming on or you've been exposed. It's a little too early to tell. Avoid further exposure and you should be fine.
Okay. Thank you. So I guess we'll go, after that, we'll go back to the inn we were in before, of course, which was the
Drowsy cat.
Drowsy Cat, yes.
It's like I remember some things about this world. Some things, not others. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, wow. Cranky, baby. He apparently was not done eating. Whoops. Sorry for the mic bump. Okay. So, you guys go back, get a good night's sleep, a good meal on both ends of it.
So I would have kept my respirator on even when we're inside then, based on what the nurse said.
Okay. You know that the air inside is pretty clean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But maybe it'll help anything that I'm breathing out or something.
Okay. Fair enough. You get some funny looks when you keep your respirator on inside, but nobody really questions. Eating becomes a difficult thing for you, obviously.
That's fair.
Trying to eat through an air filtration system.
Well, I can take a deep breath, and then take it off, and then put food in my mouth, nom 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 nom, and then put the mask back on.
I think
Something along those lines.
You should put food in your mask and you have little horse barley bag and just,
The feed bag.
We'll just steal Granny's. Strap it to his face.
My nose isn't this long, guys.
Yes, I gotta do one of these.
Yeah, it's like trying to empty the chip bag and
It all goes flying out to his face.
All right. So what do you guys do? It's the next morning at this point. Nothing too exciting happening at night, so we'll fast forward.
Should we go back to the lab or back to the captain?
I'm not entirely sure of what else to do here, because the person that originally gave us first quest is nowhere to be found. Can't get paid. I don't know if we were even supposed to get paid from this lab.
That's true.
If that's the case, we never got paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really tired of not getting paid.
I'll ask one of the people that work at the inn. Did Shore ever turn up?
Shore doesn't come around here. You might be talking across the street.
That's at the Evil Boot, isn't it? Yeah. Right, Evil Boot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You're right. I got my places mixed up for a second.
Of course I'm right. Come on.
Well, I would like to do that at some point today. Is go over to the Evil Boot and ask if he showed up. We should probably go back to the captain, maybe. See if there's any payment involved, and also ask him if we, should go talk to someone else or something. Or what did he report to his captain?
Is there a
You cut off what?
Is there like a post office or
Probably.
can I goes there?
Sure.
It has any letters sent out to.
Sorry, fussy baby. You sent out letters before, you said? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Where did you send them to again? I got it in my notes somewhere here, but my hands are full currently.
I had sent them back to Corinthia to one envelope, but it went to the Gilded Lady.
That's right. You sent a warning, didn't you? If I recall.
Possibly.
This is not something I'm supposed to be sharing. Why don't you come over and do a whisper to me? I'm sorry.
I can hear myself when I'm not talking in the mic.
Well, you can always mute me. Come here.
In the meantime,
Okay.
Epitaph Temeraire, hey. Just trying to fill the dead air.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know.
Are you enjoying your ginless tonic?
It's a vodka tonic, so it's okay. It's good vodka, so that's good. That helps.
That are canceled. What are you guys gonna do now that there's no March Madness?
You talking to me? I can't hear you again. Hold on.
I said, what are you guys gonna do now that there's no March Madness?
I don't know. I have to invent a sport to play with my cat or something. I've seen a lot of videos of marble races.
Yeah.
Those are exciting. Those are exciting. I've actually been seeing
How
a
are
lot.
people this bored already? Is that
I don't think they actually are. I think it's in a exaggeration type of thing.
Well, all sports are canceled for forever, so they have to make new ones. And marble racing is currently in the lead.
Esports, I suppose, right? But even those, I mean, like, League of Legends and stuff, they draw huge crowds. It's so wild. Like the MLG stuff.
Yeah, they go to Madison Square Garden in the winter and they have that big thing there, right?
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know if you can do professional esports, like over the internet, because it could be a connection thing, you know, like people have different connections.
Like LAN only.
Yeah. For real, you know, like real professional hardcore stuff.
Okay, sorry about that.
You-
Okay,
you
we're
can-
having
Let it happen again.
You playing peekaboo here or something? Okay, so in response, you went to look at the post office to see if you'd gotten any responses to your letters. The answer is no, you have not.
Bitches. Okay.
At that same time is when I probably would have gone to the evil boot.
Okay.
Gone up to one of the bar maidens and just asked, has Shore shown up yet?
Well, I haven't seen him, but you might ask the main bartender. I'm not always out here either.
Okay, thank you. I'll go up to the main bartender and do the same.
Okay. No, I haven't seen Shore in here, but rumor is he's back in town someplace. It's odd for him not to come by here, but if he's got business someplace, it happens
Okay,
occasionally.
Well, I'm glad he made it back. Last we heard, he went out to Rivermore. That's what you heard, right?
I did?
I thought. Okay.
No, it wasn't
had
actually
to-
from him that you heard it.
Okay.
Mistral
He's
heard
like-
it from another character that worked in this bar.
He's like going up to the bartender. Haven't you heard?
Yeah. Trying to start rumors in a group of well-trained rumor mongers, you know?
Yeah. Well, all right. Let him know that if you do see him, let him know that his 4 friends are looking for him.
I'm sure you're not the only 4 friends looking for him. But I'll pass on the message.
Thank you. Go back to the drowsy cat and wait for Mistral to get back, I suppose.
Okay, she's not too long in getting back. What is your problem, bud?
So, you think we should go back to the investigator and see about getting paid for this stuff, maybe? And if not, then yeah, I don't know.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Let's go get paid so we can actually have a place to sleep tonight.
Okay. Make our way to the guard post then.
Okay.
Go up to the counter. Just not even say anything. Just hand them the quest glass.
What do you want from me? I'm not a quest giver.
Can you go get the investigator, please?
Which one?
Pull out the card, please.
I have a card. He gave us a card. I guess. I don't remember that, so I'll give him the card.
The man with the rope. He gave us his shiny card.
Okay, I'll give that to him.
Okay, he takes a look at it. Oh, see, now if you be a little more specific and use his name, things get done a lot faster. He sets it back down, slides it back across to you, and walks into the back.
Well, usually, I'm saying this to my party now. Usually we just give them the quest glass and they know who to get. So
You've been up to this point handing them the card, not the quest glass.
You cut out there.
Sorry, baby screaming. Usually you've been handing them the card, not the quest glass. This time you handed the quest glass, so he was confused.
okay.
Would you stop? Stop freaking out. Anyway, so he comes out in a minute. What? What? Oh, you four again. What can I do for you?
I'm gonna step aside and push Mistral forward.
Just kind of stumble. Well, you see, you sent us on this quest, put ourselves in danger, in way over our heads than what we initially expected this was going to be. We've returned with evidence. I want to wash my hands clean of this, but we also need to survive, you see. We're adventurers, and
Get
we
to
would
the
like to
point.
get paid.
Payment. Fine. He reaches under the counter, brings up a box, and starts going through it. Here. And he drops on the counter a bag that clinks like it's got gold in it. Puts the box back under the counter.
Holding it up, how much does it feel like?
Sorry, drop the pacifier again. He keeps dropping it.
Stop trimming your cuticles. It's distracting.
You've got to put that on open mic for that?
Fine, like
He's doing all this stuff. It's not focusing.
You would guess maybe 40.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it, just hold it a little bit tighter and closer to me without actually, shaking it or anything like that. Not trying to be, bad.
You're cutting out.
I'm not trying to be obvious on as far as, shaking the bag and trying to figure out how much is in the bag or anything like that. I'm just like, okay, that feels like a good amount or something. Do I think that's fair? Would that be a fair amount for what we
Having
endured?
not been a quester before, be hard for you to say.
I don't know. I don't usually handle I handle the money, but I don't actually, if I need money, it gets put into my hand, the amount I need, and I take care of it.
I'd say probably with your background, you would think this is awful lot. You get paid
Okay.
a lot more than this in a night.
Fair enough.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Okay.
I don't have anything left to give him. You don't take the pacifier. Okay. Maybe.
I'm gonna tell him that it feels a little light.
Okay. She said she's going to tell him that the bag feels a little light. Well, then maybe you should read your contracts before you accept them.
How would one do that?
He turns the quest glass around that had been sitting on the table. He slides it over and taps it a couple times. and says to it, display reward. And it lists out some things on there, including discounted horse and tack, payout upon completion, 20 gold. I paid more because I think you went above and beyond. You could probably take your headset with you if you wanted. Keep listening in. Oh.
That reminds me, we have to bring the horse and the wagon back to the stable. Remember, didn't we only rented those things? We didn't buy them.
Right.
I think it was more you were given the option to sell back.
Yeah. Well, I think we should do that. That can save us some coin. Well, before we do that though, I wanna go up to the investigator, join Mistral and talking to him and say, is there anything else that you that we can do to look further into this matter? Yeah.
What you do on your own time is nothing of my say. Beyond that, this investigation is heading well above my head. If you choose to look in on it, that's your prerogative.
Okay. Thanks.
Based on the coroner's report at this point, we'll be calling in the Scions, I think.
Is it possible for you to let me know when they arrive?
Why would you want to know that?
Because I'm curious about what they're gonna find.
Knowing their tactics, something to burn.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I'm sure I won't find out any more other than that.
Okay. I'll walk away.
Okay. Are we concluded?
Well, we gotta go back to the stable to. It
was the inspector asking you that.
Oh.
Kind of looking at the other two of you that were still standing here.
I leave too.
Okay. You're fine.
I follow them out.
Okay. Mistral, you causing any problems? Okay.
You know, here's a thought. We might actually get a reward for returning Granny, so long as the dwarf doesn't come with us.
Don't worry about that. We're keeping it ready.
Who did you?
I like how she muted her mic to let out a big old sigh.
Can you remind us who you took Granny from?
I choose to believe that I didn't necessarily take Granny. We met together and mutually agreed on leaving at the same time, in the same direction.
Okay. Do you, perhaps Granny wants to go back to where she came from?
Supposing we could ask her that.
Okay. Do you want to ask? I feel like you should ask.
Are we back at the stables? Where are we?
We would have gone back to wherever the horses, wherever we left them.
Okay.
All right, so we're there. I'll go up to Granny and be like, "Oh, Granny, now that we're back home, do you want to go to your home, or would you want to continue our mighty adventure?"
It's Grandma starts nudging you again. You realize that what she appears to be doing is frisking you for snacks.
Oh, Granny's nodding. She's fine. She doesn't want to go back.
Fair enough. Urus, how about we go get a drink?
That sounds like a fine idea.
I'm gonna turn to Emmerich and whisper to him. Bring the horses back. Both of them. I bet you I can drink you under the table.
I think that's a wager you find yourself losing.
I don't know. I'm gonna shake the coins. I don't know.
All right, as long as you're paying.
All right. Well, I'll meet you guys back there. I'll bring the one horse back, and we'll keep Granny.
I think the geekling just called you a liar.
Ronan has developed an inexplicable fondness for Granny and is now tugging on the dwarf's sleeve, saying, "Granny, Granny."
Oh yes, Granny will be fine in the stable. Don't worry about it.
Great. Now I have to break 2 of their hearts. That's great.
Granny.
Okay. So when everybody leaves, I stayed back with the horses. I'm actually not going to bring them back to the stables, or bring them back to the people we bought them from.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave them in the stables. But wait, like some time before heading back to the drowsy cat.
Okay.
So it doesn't, so I didn't like just follow them. I waited enough time that I would think it would take me to go to the.
I get the point. Yeah, you waited to make it seem like you took them back. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, when I do get back, I'll go to Mistral and say, so it's probably a good idea to keep the horses, because we're going to have to be leaving this town eventually, and we need some form of travel.
If we return the horses back, we can afford better ones that aren't on their deathbed. Preferably, once we get a reward for returning Granny. Just a thought. If later on, we want to go and steal horses, we can do that too.
There's a few people at nearby tables that look at you funny with that.
I'm whispering.
What time of day is it?
Nighttime.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, we're
Oh, wait, no, this is the next day. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at the lunch crowd at this point, probably.
All right, I'll just kind of slink out then of the the inn and make my way back to the stable to bring the horses to the guy.
All right. Well, then I've just got one question for the rest of the group. Are we having this drinking contest?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Then everybody that wants to join in, start rolling me d20s. Constitution saves.
Six.
I heard 6.
1 6.
Okay. I got 15.
Non-natural 20.
Okay. So you guys buy a couple rounds of drinks, slam them back. No problem. You're feeling great. Roll me again. I got rules for drinking contests.
25.
7.
9.
All right. Ronan and Mistral, you're both starting to feel tipsy. After a couple more rounds, two of you are starting to feel your alcohol, but Urus seems to be doing fine. Give me another roll.
Wonderful. Does he have advantage in drinking?
No, he's just getting good constitution saves.
It's a
22.
not natural 20.
5.
I heard a natural 20, a 5, and a what?
22 for Urus.
Oh, jeez. Urus is fine. Mistral, you're not feeling any more drunk than you did before. Ronan, things are getting a bit fuzzy. Another round.
$11.
13.
18.
Okay, this round goes down smoother than the last, and you guys are just chugging along just fine. Give me another round.
I crit failed.
Ooh.
21.
21.
Okay, you were both fine. Mistral. You mistake a garbage pail as a puke bucket and miss. You are out of this competition having thrown up. Unless we're doing the pass out rule. For the two remaining, roll me again.
Natural 20.
All right, you're still doing fine. Dwarf chugging
19.
away. 19? Okay. You guys slam back another round as you watch Mistral huddled over in the corner at this point. You two are doing great. Things are still a little fuzzy there, Ronan, but you're getting through. Give me another round.
15.
15.
Also 15.
Also 15. All right. It's at this point the bartender comes up to the two of you. Are you two trying to get drunk?
I've been trying very hard, but this is some weak ale that I ever had.
No.
No? Well, if you want to end this properly, we can finish it once and for all.
Like where I come from, they say for all the beans.
No.
All right, Crowman, if you're out, you want it, Dwarf?
Hey, I'll take it.
All right. Ronan, if you're
She's
stepping out...
buying-
What's that?
I was pointing to Mistral. She's
Of course she is. You survived this, it's on the house. He slides across 3 shots to you. Give me 3d20 rolls in succession. These should knock you off your feet.
23. 10. And 14.
First one, you have no problem. It goes down. You take it easily. The next one hits you like a freight train. And you just see the world start spinning. It's the final one that you slam back. And you have to grab onto the bar for stability. But you manage to barely keep it down. The bartender looks at you impressed. All right. All right. I don't think you're going to be winning any races tonight, but you held it down. Rounds on me.
Speaking of races, slow this bar down. It's going way too fast.
Well, that's why we call that the final shot.
Sorry, you broke up. What was it called?
The final shot.
The final shot now.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our final shot for tonight. We will continue with this wild band of adventurers next week, so make sure you come back and see what kind of antics they get up to. Will the dwarf actually be able to make it out of the bar? Will they find out what's going on with this mysterious black spores? Find out next week on Glory Roll. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye everyone.